In this video, we will show you how to embed a Google form on a Voiceflow chatbot. Now we are on the Google Drive web page. We will add a new Google form. Click the plus new button and select the Google Forms. Google will create a new form for us. Google Forms can be used to collect information from user input, such as survey, quiz, etc. They are usually connected to Google Spreadsheets, which can store all the data. We will show you how to connect Google Form with Google Sheet in a later time. We now have a new Google form. We are going to change the name to Demo Form. In this demo, we will use this Google form to display several options for the user to choose. The user will input his name, email address, and submit the form along with his choice. We also want to change the name at the top left corner. We only need to click on it and the name will automatically change to Demo Form. Next, we are going to add more items to the form. We just need to click the plus button to add a new section. Click the arrow sign to see a list and choose a short answer because we will add a name section, which is supposed to be short. We enter a name as the section title to let the user know he will input his name. We make this section as a required section so the user will know it cannot be empty. Similarly, we click the plus icon to add another section. For this section, we also select the short answer. Because this section is for the user to input his email address, we enter email as the section title to let the user know he should input his email address. Again, we make this as a required section. In the last section, we will have a multi-choice section to let the user to select a template. We enter the template 1 as the first option. Next, we add template 2 as the second option. When the user clicks on the radio buttons, the Google form will save the option. And for the third option, we enter template 3 for the user to choose. Obviously this section is also required, so we slide this to turn it on. Until now, we have finished the form with name, email, and multi-choice sections. Next we click on the Responses tab. We are going to link this form with a Google Sheet. Click on the Link to Sheet button. On the pop-up window, we can select a destination for the responses. We are going to create a new spreadsheet. So we click on the Create button. After this, Google will create a new Google Sheet for us. The new Google spreadsheet has the name of Demo Form Responses, which is related to our Google form. On the Google Sheet, we can see there are 4 columns corresponding to the sections of our Google form. There is a new column which is not shown on our form. That is the first column, which is timestamp recording the event time when the form is submitted. The rest columns are corresponding to the name, email, and multi-choice sections on our form. Next we are going to test the form and sheet. On the top of the Google form, we click on the Preview button. This will generate a form which can be used to fill out and submit. We can test the form now. In the name section, let us enter Andrew. In the email section, we are going to enter andrew@example.com. As you know, this is not a real email address, which serves just for demo purpose. In the multi-choice section, we choose template 1. Finally, we click the Submit button. We can see the form has been submitted. Now let us go to the Google Sheet. Here we go. We see the data has been saved on the spreadsheet. It includes the time, the name, email address, and the option 1 we chose. Next, let us go back to the Google form. We are going to get the embed code of this form. Click the Send button on the top right. On the pop-up window, we click on the Embed tab. It shows the embedding code. We click the Copy button to make a copy. Next, let us move to the Voiceflow canvas. Here we have a very simple project, which is same as our previous one. You can check out this video shown on the top. The first block is a text block asking the user a question. Do you want to have the free template? If the answer is yes, it will go to the JavaScript block, where we will set the URL in the variable. The last block is another text block, where we put the iframe code. Let us paste our Google form code here. We will need the URL of this form, and save it in a variable. Let us select it and make a copy of the URL. Now in the JavaScript block, we have the variable and let us paste the URL and the variable will have the new value. Lastly, in the text block, we will need to delete the URL and place the variable here. The parameter width is 640 pixels, which is too big. We change it to auto so that it can fit the chatbot's window size. We can leave other parameters unchanged. Now if we run the test, let us see what will happen. Can we see the Google form showing up? Let us start the conversation. We click the Yes button to continue, but we do not see the Google form. This is because Voiceflow does not support iframe in the development canvas. If we want to see the embedded iframe, we have to see it in the product chatbot. This means we need to publish our project as a product. Let us go ahead and click the Publish button on the top right corner. On the pop-up window, click the Publish button. We will need the code of our chat bot and place it on a web page where we want the bot to show. Let us click the Embed Widget button to see the code. If you want to embed the bot in your web page, you will need the entire code snippet. For the demo purpose, I will need a partial code, which is highlighted. Let us make a copy of this code and use it later. We will embed it on a web page. Let us go to the web page of google.com. Right-click the mouse and click Inspect. On the Inspect window, we click the Console tab and paste the code snippet here. We press Enter key on the computer. You can see the chatbot bubble showing up at the bottom right of the web page. Let us click the bubble and start the conversation. Click the Yes button. The bot is loading the Google form. We can see the Google form showing up here. It has all the 3 sections: name, email, and multi-option sections. Next, we are going to test the bot. We enter the name Benjamin and email address, ben@example.com. We select the template 3 and click the Submit button. It shows the form has been successfully submitted. Let us go to the Google Sheet. We can see a new line of data shown on the sheet. It has the timestamp, name, email address, and template 3, which we just submitted on the Google form. Let us go back to the Voiceflow canvas. We will go over one more time how we use a text block to display an iframe. We have used a JavaScript block to set a variable. We need to use the variable to store the URL of the Google form. We can pass the variable in the next text block. Finally, in the text block, we have pasted the embedded iframe code generated by the Google form. We have put the URL variable in the code and changed the width to auto. Do not forget to publish the project before we can see the Google form in the bot. If you like this video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. If you have any comments and suggestions, please let us know. Thank you for your support.